there is opportunity.
Alright, Dune Awakening's new trailer just hit and it's looking pretty wild. So the map changes every week thanks to storms, which are gonna keep things fresh and unpredictable, but at the same time super challenging. Also the desert bike, kinda stapleless, but with way more danger. You're gonna be climbing cliffs, scanning for wrecks, and battling through sandstorms that mess with basically everything. This is an MMO basically all about survival, and I mean with the map constantly shifting, it's never gonna feel stale. The game drops on May 20, which you can already start customizing your character. Check it out in case you missed it.
But there are forces beyond even your control. Master Arrakis, and it will open your mind. This is your path to awakening.
By the battles of those who seek peace, and those who seek to shatter it.
Crimson Desert to this very day is still one of the most insane MMORPGs in the making, and that is by Persist, the same folks behind Black Desert Online and a bunch of other great games. Now, we all know it was originally supposed to be a prequel, but it's now its own thing entirely. You're playing as a mercenary leader in this war-torn world, and it's all about surviving battles and betrayals and story plots, and as you can see, the combat feels a bit like God of War, but even more tactical. Plus, the world looks huge. It looks breathtaking with tons of lore and NPCs to interact with. The game is coming out by the end of the year, and honestly, I feel like this could be one of those games that will really set the bar.
For those who have died, for those who have survived, and for those who will live on.
To access it, you still have a long way to go.
Honor of Kings World is finally making its way to mobile and PC after nearly 4 years of development. This game, initially planned as a Monster Hunter-like experience, is now shaping up to resemble something closer to Genshin Impact and much more, and with no specific release date just yet or platforms as opposed to PlayStation or Xbox, Team Studio Group has shared this behind closed doors playtest for media members, offering a very nice little sneak peek of co-op gameplay and the new enemies. Developers just added a solid new trailer here, though we're still waiting on concrete details. I'm gonna say it, the progress does look impressive so far.
Learn the truth about the night sky tragedy.
ArcheAge Chronicles is finally peeking out from the shadows, showing off new weapons, creatures, and some seriously pretty locations. Yeah, it's been delayed a bunch of times and the hype's kinda lukewarm after the OG ArcheAge faded out, but this one's going smaller scale and leaning more into action RPG territory. Like, think online grind meets fast combat, all wrapped in a high fantasy vibe. If you're into customizing gear, taming beasts or fighting them and exploring, this might still be worth watching. It's coming to all consoles in the first quarter of 2026 or best case scenario late 2025. Coming up behind that, of course, we've got Chrono Odyssey, one of the most ambitious MMORPGs of the year, and we finally got our first real developer update. Kakao Games just dropped fresh details from the February closed focus test, revealing that players spent over 11 hours exploring its massive open world. The game is finally set to launch by the end of 2025 on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X, and if you missed it, it's got a pretty decent blend of open world action with time manipulation mechanics and a heavy Souls-like combat. It's a buy-to-play game, and if everything goes right, this could be a major new contender in the MMORPG space, especially with its mix of high-stakes battles and time warp and twists.
Dangers on the horizon.
With that being said, Ananta is finally official, and it's exactly as wild as it sounds. This open-world anime MMORPG previously known as Project Mugen just got a reveal that feels pretty much like Grand Theft Auto 6 met Spider-Man and took a detour through a sci-fi city. You've got agents jumping between cars, swinging through skyscrapers, pulling off stealth takedowns, and yeah, this dude's literally right in a toilet with legs. Anyway, Ananta is a free-to-play with no confirmed release date set. You can pre-register now, though there's no word yet on whether it'll include gacha or microtransactions. Think of the game as urban fantasy meets viral memes with a heavy anime flair.
Like rain.
And number 7, Soulframe's shaping up to be something completely different from the Warframe. I mean, this one trades in the sci-fi chaos for slow, thoughtful, melee combat in a fantasy world that's all about nature fighting back. You get to parry, dodge, summon wolves, throw swords like boomerangs, and even panpipes to reveal the past. Environments shift over time, dungeons are procedural, and your magic leans into earth, spirit, and fire. Here's the thing, closed alpha is still live with public testing expected in 2025, PC is confirmed, console looks likely, and you can sign up right now to reserve your name.
Only you can make. Don't you forget it. Even if they find you, even if they sing their song, the magic, it's in you. Yours.
Persist Online is coming in 2025 as well, hopefully, and this one might also hit different. Imagine a zombie apocalypse but with no magic, just straight up guns and melee weapons. The world's massive here, and survival is all about teaming up, crafting, and hunting down loot. You need to stay on your toes though, other players can be just as deadly as the zombies. The NPCs got a major glow up recently. They're smarter now with fresh looks and better tactics that definitely keep you on the edge. The thing is, whether you're vibing with your crew or hunting PvP zones, this game is about surviving in style. It's definitely gonna be wild when it drops. Lost Skies, on the other hand, is an MMO all about sky-high co-op. Basically, you and your crew build a custom sky ship, gear it out, then take off to explore these floating islands that's packed with ruins, monsters, and all sorts of mysteries. It's open world survival with wingsuits, grappling hooks, and straight up dogfights mid-air. You're not just surviving, you're styling on the skies. In fact, up to 5 friends can team up, and if you're the creative type, the island creator lets you make your own floating worlds as well. Early access lands on April 18 and it's already turning heads. couple of days ago, we got the latest gameplay trailer for Pioner, the post-apocalyptic MMORPG from GFA, and it's a solid 2-minute peek into the game's world, enemies, and weapons. If you missed it before on the channel, Pioneer is set in this desolate land in Soviet era. The game is an MMO and first-person shooter blend, kind of like the Stalker series, with a range of very unique weapons, gadgets, and plenty of intense combats. It's worth mentioning, you're not going to be fighting only the mutants in the game. There's robots, zombies, and even various human factions, all within a PvP and PvE. Mostly PvE. Anyway, Pioneer is expected to arrive later on this year, with beta signups still open on its official website.
Time together.
Was a mistake, and will continue.
BitCraft's early access lands on May 29 with a $30 price tag. But that's just for the head start. Full release, completely free to play. It's built on a single shard sandbox world, and the game leans hard into player-driven politics, trading, and town building without the crypto or nifty nonsense. You're gonna be able to snag cosmetics like banners, capes, and even pathway visuals. There's no pay to win, just pure vibe. It's a social sim meets survival meets chill strategy designed to scale with the community. If you're into building empires and burning them down, this one's definitely worth watching. And last but not least, we've got Lights No Fire, coming up as Hello Games' next big swing. If you've been into survival sandbox games like Valheim, this one might be worth keeping an eye on. It was announced during the Game Awards 2 years ago, and while there's no official release date just yet, the general estimate plans points to late 2025 at the earliest. It's already been in development for over 5 years, so the studio has clearly taken its time, especially after everything they learned from No Man's Sky. The game sit on a single massive planet, and with it, developers are aiming to something they are calling the first real open world sim.
Outside our window, under all the pines.